There is a silent war being waged. Not on battlefields, but in boardrooms, in relationships, in the advertisements you scroll past, and in the casual conversations you forget by noon. Its weapon is influence. Its ammunition is your own psychology. And its objective is to make you move, decide, and believe in a direction that serves someone else's agenda. You are not paranoid for feeling it, the subtle pull, the unexplained obligation, the slow erosion of your own will. You are perceptive. This video is not a map of the battlefield, it is a forge. We are here to build you a suit of armor, layer by layer, until you become unmanipulatable. To build a defense, you must first understand the siege. Manipulation is not what you see in cartoons. It is not a mustache-twirling villain. It is elegant, efficient, and it feeds on your humanity. It uses your desire for connection to create false rapport. It uses your integrity to trap you in reciprocal favors. It uses your fear of conflict to enforce compliance. And its most powerful tool? Making you believe the thought you're thinking, or the feeling you're feeling, originated in your own mind. We will deconstruct 4 primary attack vectors. First, rapport engineering. This is the mimicry of intimacy, mirroring your body language, your speech patterns, to trigger a subconscious trust bypass. Second, coercive reciprocity. The "I did this for you, so you owe me" trap, where a favor you never asked for becomes a debt you feel compelled to repay. Third, gaslighting and reality distortion. Not just lying, but seeding doubt in your perception of events, your memory, even your sanity, to make you dependent on their version of reality. And fourth, future faking. Painting a vivid, glorious future to secure your compliance in a miserable present. Just endure this, and that shining castle will be yours. The castle never materializes. Your greatest vulnerability is not your ignorance, it is your emotional fusion. When an insult is you, you must fight back. When a promised reward is your happiness, you will chase it. When guilt is your identity, you will comply to shed it. The manipulator's hook needs soft tissue to sink into. Your unfiltered, unobserved emotional reactions are that soft tissue. So our first and most fundamental layer of armor is not about reading them. It's about reining in you. Layer 1, the observer's void. This is the creation of conscious space between stimulus and response. In that space lies your freedom. Your practice begins with the pause. The moment you feel the hook, the rise of anger, the pang of obligation, the flutter of anxious desire, you institute a mandatory one-breath pause. In that breath, you perform a single internal audit. You say, "I am feeling a pressure." This pressure is attempting to dictate a response. You are not stopping the feeling. You are installing a governor. You are moving from "I am angry" to "I am observing the experience of anger." This tiny shift disempowers the emotional trigger the manipulator pulled. The hook hits plate armor, not flesh. Drill this. When you read a charged message, pause. Before your fingers fly to the keyboard, breathe. Label the emotion. This is designed to induce guilt. When someone lays a covert verbal trap in conversation, pause, smile, take a sip of water, and in that void ask, "What is the desired action here?" This layer turns you from a reactor to a strategist. It is the foundation of everything that follows. Layer 2, intent scanning. Most people listen to words. You must learn to listen to architecture. What is the underlying structure of this communication? Scan for 3 things: the goal, the deadline, and the pressure vector. A normal request has a clear goal and low pressure. A manipulative frame has a hidden goal, an artificial or urgent deadline, and uses a pressure vector like guilt, fear, or flattery. Your new question is never just, "What are they saying?" but "What is this designed to make me feel and do, and on what timeline?" Let's apply it. Coercive reciprocity decoded. Someone does an unasked-for favor. Your social programming says be grateful, owe them. Your intent scanner activates. Goal: to create a social debt. Deadline: now implicit. Pressure vector: gratitude and social etiquette. Your defended response from your void is, thank you. That was unexpectedly kind. You acknowledge the action, you do not acknowledge the invisible contract. You accept the gift, but you refuse the shackle. You have just dissected and disarmed the tactic. Layer 3, pattern recognition. Manipulators are creatures of habit. They have a playbook. Your job is to become its scholar. This is not about paranoia, it's about data. After an interaction that felt off, conduct a pattern audit. Write down the hook, what they said, did. The bait, the emotion it triggered in you. The intended reel, what they wanted you to do. File it. After 2 or 3 instances, you will see their algorithm. The last-minute crisis that always requires your sacrifice. The innocent questions that always probe for weaknesses. Seeing the pattern is like seeing the matrix. It robs the tactic of its power and reveals the operator behind the curtain. When you recognize that your colleague's helplessness always appears right before a deadline to offload work onto you, you are no longer facing a problem. You are facing a known strategy. Your response ceases to be emotional, "I'm so frustrated," and becomes operational. The helplessness protocol has been activated, countermeasure ready. This layer transforms you from a player in their game to the referee who knows all the fouls. Layer 4, boundary architecture. Boundaries are not angry reactions to violation. That is already failure. Boundaries are pre-communicated, non-negotiable laws of your personal universe. They are calm, clear, and presented up front. A manipulator's entire craft is finding the fuzzy line and crossing it. Your job is to replace fuzz with laser light. This means knowing your BARF, 3 non-negotiables. What you will always defend, your core values. What you will never tolerate, your absolutes. And what you will always require, your standards. You articulate them without aggression, without apology. I appreciate your input. My policy is to make final decisions on my projects without further debate once the plan is set. I understand you're upset. My standard is to have conversations without personal insults. I'm happy to continue when we can do that. This is not you being difficult. This is you providing the 1 rules of engagement. A skilled manipulator, faced with a clear boundary, will often simply leave to find fuzzier territory. You have made yourself a fortress with clear, posted rules. The final layer, counter-narrative. This is the master's layer. You are no longer just defending, you are redefining the game. The manipulator is trying to impose a narrative. You are selfish. This is urgent. You owe me. Your power is to calmly, firmly replace their narrative with a healthier, truer one. This is psychological Aikido, using their energy to restore balance, not to harm. The gaslighting counter. They say, "You're so sensitive, that never happened." Your counter-narrative from your void is, "I trust my perception. Let's stick to the facts we can both agree on." You don't argue their reality, you anchor your own. The future-faking counter. They paint a glorious someday. Your counter-narrative is, "That future sounds interesting. Let's document the specific steps and milestones that will get us there, starting now." You bring the castle in the clouds down to a blueprint on Earth. You are not playing their word game. You are building a new, better game on the same board. This is the ultimate outcome. The unmanipulatable mind is not a paranoid mind hunkered down in a bunker. It is a sovereign mind. It engages with the world from a place of profound inner security. It can connect deeply because it isn't afraid of being hooked. It can be generous because it knows how to give without incurring debt. It is compassionate because it sees the manipulative games people play as the cries of the insecure, and it chooses when and how to respond from a place of untouchable strength. Your armor is complete. Layer 1. The Observer's Void, to master your inner climate. Layer 2. Intent Scanning, to see the architecture of influence. Layer 3. Pattern Recognition, to predict and neutralize plays. Layer 4. Boundary Architecture, to post the immutable laws of yourself. Layer 5. Counter-Narrative, to rewrite any game into one of clarity and respect. You are no longer raw material to be shaped by invisible hands. You are the architect. You are the fortress. You are unmanipulatable. If this framework for psychological self-defense resonated with you, and you want to continue fortifying your mental architecture, I invite you to subscribe to this channel.